Maybe four questions. I have a few announcements I'd like to make. The first one is on, around February 21st, we're having a retreat here in honor of Rudy Samadhi. It's always the most powerful retreat of the year. And, there's still, I think there 14 people have signed up, so there's still some room for people. If you plan on coming, let myself or Jennifer know. Uh, it'll be around the third week of February. I don't know what is that?
There's two spaces left.
Hmm?
There are two spaces left of the retreat.
There are two spaces left. Okay, I'm behind the times here. I thought there was six. Okay, there are two spaces left. If you would like to come, let us know. Second thing is, I would like to thank everybody, honestly, for the donations you make, for the classes, for this Christmas present that people chipped in to give me. I mean, it takes a big burden off of me not have to think about, constantly think about raising money in order to continue these classes. And people contributing that way is a very big help. And I'm very grateful to you. I thank you very much for that. And I just wanted you all to know that the Christmas present and also, this kind of donation for tuition every month. I have no fee. I don't want to have a fee. I don't want to be able to have to chase people to pay that fee. It's, whatever you can afford. If you can't afford anything, it's all right. In time you grow and, you can take bigger responsibilities on yourself. So that's, I wanted to, the third thing I want to talk about is, they finished recording an audible version of my book, my latest book that I've published, And I haven't heard it yet. I don't know. But according to what I hear about it, it really is something fantastic. And now they're editing it. You have to edit it, take out all the noises and this and that. And I think it probably will be ready uh, somewhere around the middle of the month. And I think that's great. Well, first of all, people don't read anymore. It's really terrible. I mean, I read a lot, but most people don't read anymore. And having an audible version means you're riding in on Metro North, you can listen to it. You're driving in your car, you can listen to it. You know, it, I mean, you're vacuuming the floor, you can listen to it. And it's great. People can take it wherever they go. And people are more open to listening to things today than to truly reading about things. So I'm very pleased. Chris has done a wonderful job of recording all this. And now there's a gentleman named Dan. I don't know his last name, but what's interesting is he did a lot of the technical work, and he asked Chris, "I would like to become a student of this," and I think that's fantastic. That's one of the reasons I wrote the book. And he said, "I would like to learn this." He said, "This is something really extraordinary." So all these things are happening now. I have all these podcasts. I must have somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 podcasts that I'm going to be doing within the next few weeks. And these are going, they're in India, they're in Poland, they're in, all over the United States. And, my goal really is, look, this work saved my life. It gave me a life. And I really want to share it with the world. I always kind of lived underground. I never really, promoted what I do in a big way, but I really am so extraordinarily grateful for what this Rudy did in providing this meditation for myself and all of you and other people. Uh, that I think it comes upon me that I have to make and it's a very big job. Trust me, it's a very, very big job to try to do what I'm doing. In fact, I wish I was 20 or 30 years younger. You know, I could take this on my shoulders in a much better way. But it's also renewing my energy, renewing my life, you know, regenerating everything, and I'm very grateful for it. So a lot of things going on now. There's going to be a EPUB version of the book coming out, hopefully. We've been struggling with that for a couple of months now, but I think we got it together now. And a lot of things going on. So, you know, the work is growing. The work is taking root, it's growing, it's evolving. And as you know, I have one I have one of these podcasts to do where the guy who does it told me he has 1.6 million people listen to it. And I think that's, you know, I mean, I hope they all don't show up in class. So what, what am I going to do? But it's going to touch people. Now, if 10 people come from that 1.6 million people, I would be very grateful. I would be very grateful because if they come really wanting to learn this, not as something they're trying out or they're going to, you know, I'll do it once every month or twice a month and give it a shot. But if there really is hunger to learn this, then again, it was worth writing the book to attract those 10 people. So, you know, it's all part of growth. It's all part of an inner work and a process of allowing oneself, you know, the freedom to truly work out karma, whatever the karma. God sends you your karma. I mean, if you just shut your mouth and listen a little bit and stop knowing better than everybody else, God will send you your karma to work out. He's been doing this with me for 60 years now, more since I was born, frankly, and sending me my karma, you know, and at first I didn't listen and I really created a lot of madness for myself. Then I began to listen and I learned how to use what the universe was telling me, you know, through this meditation technique, how to use it to build an inner life that was strong enough to recognize, as I say over and over again, the real guru is life. It's life endlessly teaching us, endlessly from the moment we're born. And we have to evolve to a place we are ready to listen and let it teach us. Let it nurture us. Let it give us the things we need, you know, to grow. And there are good things, there are not such good things, there are all kinds of stuff that come in one's karma. Every single thing that comes is nothing more or less than one's teacher. And we just need the inner development to be able to listen. What is it teaching us? Not, I know better, not, you know, my idea is better than their idea. What is it teaching me? You know, to develop that kind of humility, to be able to listen what life is teaching. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask?
Stuart, I have a question.
Yes, Bob?
We're we're going into a very different year, a year unlike any that I've seen. How best way to approach and move into the next year with gratitude and awareness?
I just explained it. Listen, let it teach you. You know, I mean, all this stuff that's going on in my life, all this podcasting stuff, and whoever thought of this? It came from me, and I said, okay, this sounds like something that is going to really teach me something about growing in my day-to-day life. Listen to it. It's the best way. Let all of 2025 was a very difficult year. Let's just leave it behind. You know, let's not bring it into 2026. You know, you just stand on a street corner somewhere and walk away from it, just walk away from it. And, take whatever helped you to grow in 2000 and leave the rest. What do we need of you? You don't have to carry around that. It's like that story of Rudy's about the two monks coming to the river. And there was a woman who needed to cross the river, and one of the monks, and it was forbidden for them to touch a woman. And one of the monks carried her to the other side of the river. And the other monk was completely freaked out and never stopped complaining to him. They walked for kilometers and he never stops complaining about, you touched a woman. And the other guy said, look, I brought her across the river and I left her there. You're still carrying her. We're 10 miles away from the river and you're still carrying that woman with you. And that's basically what we have to do with 2025. We have to take with us whatever lessons we learned and leave the rest, leave it at the river, and walk and continue to walk and open and to see what God is going to send you and what's going to happen in your life that's going to help you to grow and grow spiritually and to become more of a human being. I can't think of a better way. I mean, I've been saying for years, and I hope some of you listen to it, the past is dead. It's dead. It's a shadow that's behind us. The future doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So leave all of that stuff at the river and continue in the present and let the present truly nurture you, guide you, give you a creative life, overcome the fear of living in the present. And I think that is an amazing way to live to me, being in the now, instead of bringing all that garbage with us. So if you want to approach 2026, when you step into it, let it be the now. Don't sit around and worry about what February is going to bring and March is going to bring and April, and live in the moment. Get strong enough. And to do that, you got to develop a chakra system that gives you the strength not to allow the mind to play this ping pong match with you between the past and the future and the past and the future. And that would be the best way to deal with going into 2026, as far as I can see. And don't even worry about it. It hasn't come yet. We still have 3 days or something. It hasn't even come yet. Don't worry about it. Let it come, and then live in it. And then don't start worrying about 2027, what it's going to bring. I promise you it'll bring something. But if you live in the moment, whatever it will bring to you will be a really creative flow of you being guided by a higher force in the universe instead of your mind and your emotions and your insecurities and fears and everything else, you know? And just to end all this, the wonder about it is that you overcome, by doing what I'm talking about, you begin to overcome so many of the blocks inside yourself, so many of the resistances. You start trusting the incredible guru, life. Trust it. It will teach you what to do in the moment. You just need to build a system that allows it to do it, the chakra system. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Good question, Bob. Thank you. Trust life. And the very doing of it will bring a smile to your face, you know, it really will, you know. There's a kind of nobility about having the inner strength to be able to trust this amazing teacher we have called life. And if something negative happens, don't start fighting. Just what did I do to attract that? What in me has attracted that negative situation? Better than going out and beating somebody up because they did something negative to you. What in me attracted it? What do I have to change inside? Now, this is not an easy thing to do. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay. There'll be meditation tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, my time, and then on Wednesday is New Year's Eve, Wednesday, I think. Yeah, and so there will be a class New Year's Eve, but it'll be at 7:30. I'm not going to do a midnight class. It'll be at 7:30. And then on New Year's Day, I think we'll have a couple of classes. So we'll really begin the new year in a good way. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? It's very interesting to talk about this. It's the kind of stuff I talk about on the podcast. People, there are going to be thousands of people hearing this. It's amazing. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't want to, I have to live in the moment. I can't think about what can potentially happen. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, thank you. God bless you all. And I'm, looking forward to seeing you soon and just have a wonderful evening. And thank you. Thank you for being here in my life and doing this meditation. And hopefully you're growing as much as I'm growing because of what we're doing here. Thank God. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Good night. Good night.